Donald Trump Jr., former President Trump's eldest son, said this week that conservative pundit Tucker Carlson could make a good vice presidential running mate for his father. When asked, during an appearance on a conservative cable channel, Newsmax, about whether he would consider Carlson, Trump Jr. said the option was on the table. I mean, they're very friendly. I think they agree on virtually all of these things. They certainly agree on stopping the never ending wars. And so I would love to see it happen. That would certainly be a contender, the former president's son said. Trump Jr.'s comments were first highlighted by Mediaite. Carlson, for 6 years, hosted a primetime opinion show on Fox News before he was pulled off the air just days after the network paid Dominion Voting Systems a historic sum to settle claims of defamation in connection with the coverage of Trump's false statements about the 2020 election. Carlson has since launched a new media company of his own and a video show on X, the platform formerly known as Twitter. The popular and controversial host has thrown cold water on suggestions that he would run for public office, saying late last year it would be kind of hard to envision. Trump himself has acknowledged he would consider Carlson as a vice presidential pick because he's got great common sense, and during a town hall this week, he indicated he has already made a decision on whom he will choose. Before we get into the substance of Trump possibly picking Carlson as his running mate, I just wanted to go back to what Trump Jr. said, which was that, I mean, they're very friendly. I think they agree on virtually all of these things. They certainly agree on stopping the never-ending wars. Now, we're going to keep addressing this because it's something that a lot of Trump's sycophants, and I guess his son would count as one, and would make the most sense to be one out of anybody. One of the things they like to say is that, oh, he was anti-war. I mean, look at what he tried to do with North Korea. It's like, yeah, but at the same time, he kept every single one of Obama's 7 wars that he inherited going. He killed the Iranian general, which provoked further tensions with Iran, and did strikes in Syria. So the idea that he was this dove that just wanted to stop the bloodshed, it's nonsense. Trump Sr. is a person that shifts positions, switches from one side to the other. That the whole America First thing is just a crock of crap. It has no defined meaning. It's all nebulous garbage. But with Carlson, there are reasons why Trump would pick him. He's a very popular host. He's someone who did go along with much of his charade during the 2020 cycle. And I do think that the pick would at the very least add some more attention to the ticket, because I think Trump would probably see a little bit of himself in Carlson in the sense that it's someone who never held office before but got a really big name recognition or profile. Certainly Carlson isn't as famous as Trump is or was before 2016, but someone who became well known before being a public official or running for office, and then afterward being able to use their entries as a commentator as a springboard to run. But I'm just going to say this, and I'm not attempting to help Trump here, I'm just giving my opinion. I think it would make much more sense for him to pick Kristi Noem, or, I mean, even, Nikki Haley. Noem, for the reasons we've explained before, which is that it's a governor from a state that is conservative, where he's known as more of like the, New York liberal type area that he came from. It's someone who does have experience, who is considered effective as far as very well liked by her constituency. And then in the case of Haley, it's someone that even if Trump's fans don't like her or have a problem with her, it doesn't actually mean anything because they're going to vote for him no matter what. So, he could pick anyone he wants as his running mate, and it really wouldn't detract votes from him. And I do think that Haley would help to make him appear more moderate to the eyes of, normies or regular voters, people that don't pay attention to stuff as much as those of us that, cover it on a daily basis. But Carlson is, I don't think he's going to get picked, but he's someone who definitely, picking him would make more sense than someone like Marjorie Taylor Greene, for example, or Sarah Huckabee Sanders, where it's like, I know Trump probably wants to, or probably is being positioned to pick a woman, because they want to take that tool out of Biden's playbook. But when you look at, for example, Marjorie Taylor Greene, as we've explained before, that's a person who really doesn't add anything to a ticket with Trump. Same thing with Kari Lake. Noem and Haley, at the very least, I can say, there is a rationale, there's something that could be added there. And even with Carlson, I think adding a commentator who is at the very least positioning himself in terms of his, positions on the show as being the anti-war, pro, labor or pro small-time business owner type person that Carlson tried to depict himself on his show could benefit him. But I don't think it'll be to the same degree as a governor or excuse me, a former governor or a rival in the presidential race. But I do think we have not. I believe Carlson, if he's not Trump's running mate, which I don't think he will probably try to run for something. I don't think it'll be president in 2028, but it'll be either a Senate seat or because I just can't buy that. Oh yeah, he's gonna just sit on X forever. That's gonna be the future of Tucker Carlson in 10 years. He'll still be sitting on X hosting his show. I think he's going to make some kind of move for public office sooner than later. So that's just my prediction.